Cricket fans and the stakeholders around the region are still coming to grips with the victory of Richard Ricky Skerritt over Dave Cameron in Sunday's election for the post of President of Cricket West Indies. On Monday's show, we heard from President Ricky Skerritt about his plans for the next few months. We also got reaction from commentators Reds Pereira and Fazir Mohammed, along with the Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Dr. Ralph Gonzalez. Today, we are turning to a current Windies player, Marlon the Icon Samuels, for his perspective on the changing of the guard at the helm of Cricket West Indies. Marlon, welcome again to the SportsMax Zone.
Pleasure.
Good to have you.
Pleasure to be here again.
Yes, sir. First of all, your reaction to what happened on Sunday at the Pegasus Hotel. Nathan and Cameron gone, Skerritt and Dr. Shallow in.
To be honest, it's a great day not for Mr. Skerritt alone, but it's a great day for West Indies cricket.
Why?
As far as I'm concerned.
Why?
Because in the position, Dave was the president before. I think Dave believed that the board belongs to him. Dave put himself first before everything. And you can't be a good president if you have a mindset like that. It's a simple thing like, if you hear Dave talk, Dave will come and tell you, I was at the golf course and Viv Richards was playing golf with me. No, Dave, you got it wrong. You playing golf with Viv Richards. You understand? So this is the kind of person that's been president and running the board. And I don't think he was ever a good leader to be in that position for so long.
So why is it, Marlon, then, some people would say, well, all right, Marlon, we hear you, but this man served 3 terms, and the last time he got in 12-0. He was unopposed, rather. So clearly, there must have been some things he was doing right to have convinced leaders at the territorial level to give him that ringing endorsement up to Sunday.
Yeah, but how much people he could convince and how long he could convince them? Because remember, you can convince them for a while, but eventually they're gonna see you for who you are. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of saying. I see a couple comments that Ricky Skerritt was a failed manager and now he's president. For me, he wasn't a failed manager. I know him since I was 19. For me, he's a good human being, and that's what matters.
Yes.
And he has West Indies cricket at heart. Dave was all for himself.
But again, help me to allow me to spend some time with this, because it's something that some of Dave Cameron's critics have said. Well, they did say in the run-up to the election, and I really couldn't get an explanation from anybody that satisfied the people who speak to us on social media in reaction to what they see on the show. They're saying, what do they mean by he was selfish? You've given a small example of the cricket interaction between Dave and the legend, and Dave saying the legend was playing with him, rather than, as you see it, him playing with the legend. What do you mean by Dave Cameron and selfish, based on your experience?
Man Sam is the face of West Indies cricket. When and how and where, and what makes you the face of West Indies cricket when you have so much greats? These are things that's said by this person. I mean, so you could call it whatever you want to call it. But for me,
yes,
I've been through a lot of presidents. And though most of those presidents, they're here for the cricket. He's not here for the cricket. Dave was here for who him can meet and who him can continue relationship with, that can do business. Okay, if you could check, Dave's supposed to be, or probably be, the first president that getting paid. It's usually a volunteer work. I would like him to...
He got a stipend, but I understand the point you're making, yes.
And that raise as well. So I would like him to come and tell because I think the fans of West Indies need an answer what was going on in terms of... I would like him to come and tell me about the entertainment money. I heard that the entertainment money for him was about 100 and something thousand US.
Well, that wasn't actually true, because what they said was that the entertainment, which the increase, which was requested by a committee of Cricket West Indies, and not by Dave himself, but the entertainment was a figure for over the year that was made to look like a monthly figure. So the figure you heard was for...
what was that entertainment money for?
Well, it was entertainment stipend that is due to the directors, not just him alone, was what they said in clarifying. Yeah, that's what they said.
And those directors, I'm sure those are the ones that vote him in, right?
Well, you tell me, Marlon.
then if you're lobbying for entertainment money, such a big sum, And that is more than a C contract for a young player. 100 and something thousand. I think you could do more things with that 100 and something thousand. Put it into some more kiddies cricket.
You are a straight talker. That's your reputation. So tell me then, Marlon, from that perspective, in the time that Dave Cameron led Cricket West Indies, can't you see anything positive that he has brought to the table in that time? Is there anything from your perspective that, yeah, I'm going to credit him for that?
We win the World Cup not because of the president. We win the World Cup because Dave created so much problems for us, the players, that every time we have cricket to play, there's always something, back and forth. And then him join forces with Wavell, and it's another back and forth. And Wavell's supposed to be Weeper president. Wavell's supposed to be for the players. It doesn't seem that way. Wavell, Beavis and Butter, the both of them. So them linked together. So it was like the both of them want so much power. It was all about power. It's not about we, the players, because you can't, every game you're going to play, you have so much issues. And the Weeper president and the president is so close. Ramnarayan and none of the president was that close. You understand? So these are the first two. Weeper supposed to be representing us. And Weeper, president, and the president of West Indies Cricket Board is so close that they're having their bar discussion, so them discuss things before we know anything. So the both of them are working as a team. How can both of you working as a team? So who's going to negotiate for the players?
So you're saying that this upset the players, this close relationship between Wavell Hines at Whipper and Dave Cameron at Cricket West Indies, the players weren't pleased by it?
But of course, but who are you going to trust? We're supposed to trust the Weeper president enough that we can go to him and say, we don't like what the board is offering us, we will like this. But that's not the case. So why are you going to go to somebody that everywhere you see both of them together?
Yes.
So do you think that, you gave the example of Ramnarayan and how things were before, we know that was contentious with the board. Are you saying that the way...
But it was good.
It was good. So you're saying that the style that Ramnarayan had, you think is more of a successful route with Weeper and West Indies Cricket Board?
Of course. Okay. Because we gain trust in Ramnarayan. But how can you trust this person now? When everywhere you see both of them. Can't work.
Marlon, the people have been keen to know on a direct level, interaction level between Dave Cameron and players in the West Indies setup over the time he was president, the nature of that relationship. So I'm sure you would have heard, well, you yourself would have had interaction, and you'd have heard from some of your teammates about the quality of the interaction between themselves and Dave, because some players who have spoken now, Darren Sammy for instance, and said that, look, at that point, the relationship was good, but then he said Dave is autocratic, Dave is selfish, and you can't talk to him. Was that what your teammates told you? Was that your experience?
Tell him in front of him face, and what I'm talking now, it's nothing strange for him if he's watching. I tell him I respect his position, I don't respect him, because he's not a nice human being. That's why I said I respect that no matter what. Ricky Skerritt give him the chance, because he can't do worse than who was there before. And the plus for me with a person like Ricky Skerritt, he's a decent human being. I'd prefer to see that in the West Indies Cricket Board right now.
I'm going to bring back a question I asked just now. You said that you won World Cup while Dave Cameron was president, not because of him, as one good thing which you could say loosely happened under his leadership.
We win it because
yes.
We win it because we are tired of fighting before close no reach one time. Back and forth with the president, as him think is him going on the field to represent us. You understand? Pure ego, back and forth. If I am a president and I have a 15-man squad going to a World Cup and I want them to win, I'm going to try and make sure that, listen, I'm going to make sure that you guys are comfortable after we can work out things.
Yes.
If we can't work out things before, work out things after.
Yes.
I'm not going to be creating so much issues and problems. I know the pressure, but he wouldn't know the pressure because he don't play cricket, you know. But him think him understand cricket. But you put so much pressure on your players. What else is left for us to do? We're already at the World Cup. We want to win, and if we win, you're going to show them up. So we have no choice. So we go there and win the World Cup.
Extra motivation.
Of course. But with thanks to it works same way.
Yes.
But it's still not something good that you want to be in a position like that consistently.
Just before
as a
you
player.
come, Chris, so in all of this, in those 6 years, was there ever a point where you felt that, look, all right, Dave is a Jamaican, I'm a Jamaican. All right, let me call him directly and see if I can make some headway in some problem we were having. Did that ever happen?
Oh, you can't talk to a man and feel like he's bigger than every legend ever passed through West Indies cricket. What are you going to say to him? The man saying he's the face of West Indies cricket.
Well,
Marlon, you were there. I remember you were very vocal in the time where they were looking to restructure the payment scheme for the players and so on, to allow for regional guys to make some money and so on. That was in your time as well. The things that would have happened under Dave's time as a leader with, the so-called improvements, the structure, the insurance and so on. Do you think that is Dave's doing, or that is something that was going to happen anyhow, whether Dave was there or not? Do you think that is his creation?
Of course. Yeah. When the payment cut, Digicel came on board about 20 million. Mm-hmm. So obviously, apart from your players' fee, the sponsorship money will put it up. So we were getting about 17,500 a test match. Mm-hmm. Then came Richard Pybus. So your name is Richard Pybus?
No. Richard Pybus.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Marlon.
Just checking.
Yes, Marlon. Richard Pybus.
Okay. They use him and push him up front and him say him going create and cut the players, cut the money and put it to the first class level. I don't see any improvement apart from the first class players getting more money. Nothing is wrong with that, because I'm always fighting or have a problem with players not getting any money because the game is hard. Yes. And you can only play the game for a certain amount of years. So nothing is wrong with that. But come and cut the money for a good reason. Because you cut the money and I don't see the improvement, because I go and play from first class game and the hotel is still the same. Mm-hmm. You understand? The pitches are still the same, the conditions are still the same. So where is the improvement apart from players getting more money in their pocket? Where is the improvement? Where is this big improvement that Richard Pybus come around and bring to the board that Dave Cameron buy into it and act on it? Where is it?
So then, Marlon, if it is that, as I pointed to you, he served 3 consecutive terms as Cricket West Indies president, don't you have anything to say, given your view about Cameron's leadership, don't you have anything to say about the representatives of the territorial boards who gave him those 3 consecutive terms? Because there must be an issue there.
No way. Listen, and honestly, I think those guys are like super blind to the person that they're dealing with. And I'm sure after a while they get a lot of promises and a lot of promises. And what happened now? He's the same person that come and said these guys have no integrity. But him not have none. Because him treat many people on him way up to the top of the ladder with the same thing. The Jamaica Cricket Board not going to support him. Him fight against Billy Evans them, another decent human being. But Billy Evans is a quiet man but a very powerful man. Talk less, more action, you understand? So these are things that this person did to keep the position, but how long he could keep the position for.
So you're saying that after several promises, persons realized that he was not going to deliver, so they acted.
Him can't. After let me tell you, how long you can hide being yourself, how long you can make people realize that. But this person is all for themselves. It might take a while, but eventually, me and you will try to get something done, and I keep telling you that this is the way we're going. This is the way that we're going. And then you're not seeing it going that way, and say, okay, this person is only probably here for his personal benefits and his ego, so eventually you're going to switch. That's what's happening to him now. Him said they have no integrity. Him himself have none.
Do you think that he was really, you mentioned that he was trying to hide himself. Do you think that Dave probably was actually being himself? But persons now can't accept the way he is. They don't want a person like that then to lead West Indies cricket. Do you really think it's a case that he was hiding, or he was really being himself and people just don't accept him now?
He was always being himself.
Right.
But he was fresh in the position as a new president. And we would expect, as a Jamaican, he would bring more to the table in terms of for Jamaica. He did not. So what he did, he was stay down the islands and work with down the islands. If you look, when last Jamaica Cricket Board vote for him, Jamaica Cricket Board not interested in him. So him take it down the islands and believe that down here so can keep me into power forever.
So you're saying it's a miscalculation in the end.
in the end, it worked back, not in his favor.
Hear you on that.
Because he need Jamaica.
Well, let's come to current day situation now, Marlon. By the way, your blazer is outstanding. It's something. I tell you, who
So the four of them making the world and I have one.
Sharp.
about your cricket, you know I'm going to ask you. The last time you came here, and we were talking about, I think we were talking about IPL. IPL is going on now, and I'm seeing a host of players that they're telling me are stars and who say they are stars. And what happened? You're not there. What's happening?
Just fit. Just had to pull out of the one-day series against England. The same knee issue. So
which knee?
the left knee. The knee that I have for surgery on. So I mean, the World Cup qualifying was injured.
Yes,
but
that was down in Zimbabwe.
Yeah, but the coach Stuart Law at the moment said can't let it go home because the time of the year in Zimbabwe, the condition of the pitch very slow. Him say you're good on slow track, so I needed to stay. So I had to be taking injection pills. And
pay through plane.
Yeah, so really stand up at cover and basically score some runs and just to make sure that I play a significant role in terms of going to the World Cup. Got to be a big embarrassment for West Indies not being in the World Cup.
Yeah,
the fans would have murdered all you.
Yeah, so and even now that we touch back on going to the World Cup qualifying, Stuart Law, here we go again.
Yes.
So David's down now, so I'm not gonna kick him when he's down. But it's just the realness of the situation, which I think the fans them were not happy as well, and fans need to know a lot of stuff that's been going on. Otis Gibson wasn't a bad coach.
Yes.
Get rid of him before him time. Who get rid of him? President have a big saying in getting rid of Otis. All right, get rid of Otis. We have to end up a pay Otis. Phil Simmons. If you ask me, very good coach. He bring a lot to the table. We're actually improving. Get rid of Phil Simmons.
And having to pay him 300 grand.
Pay him again.
Yeah. They paid him this Monday.
Yeah,
they paid him Monday.
Dave again. When you have a coach and the coach is going to take a county contract rather than coaching a World Cup team, you know that the organization, you can't blame everybody in the organization, but it's the same person. Stuart Law leave and gone to England, take a county job. Which coach in the world is like a player? Which player don't want to go to a World Cup? Which coach don't want to coach a World Cup team? And if you can find individual people like this, leaving position like this, are you telling me that Dave Cameron was a great president or a good president?
But give us some insight, Marlon. You know, what was said based on your best information about how the relationship was working between Dave as Cricket West Indies president and Stuart Law as head coach? And
There's
then
no
the other
poor
people
relationship, man, because Stuart Law is a good man.
Yeah.
I mean, him very easygoing coach. Him focus on training session. Apart from that, him focus on we getting the job done on the pitch. But I guess the man have enough of the president calling him in him ears and basically all over the place.
Telling him what, Marlon?
I don't know. I can't tell you that. Him not gonna tell me that. But he was frustrated with how things going.
Yeah.
And I'm sure where the frustration coming from. The same place where all the coach them have to leave. And then we cry all the time, so we don't have money in the board. We don't have money in the board to do this and to do that. Then we have money on the board, because if we can't afford for you, get rid of coach them and then end up pay them and bring in somebody new.
Pay a new man too.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
So things have to change.
Yeah. So what in terms of the World Cup and that qualifier in Zimbabwe, what was the mood in the camp at the World Cup, looking at the fact that, gentlemen, we are here?
The same thing, 5 million problems that were going to a World Cup qualifying. And we had no choice but to come out on top. Same problem. Just a different day.
Yeah.
It's not good.
So you're saying at every aspect, every level, there were problems.
Problems on top of problems on top of problems. How long you can continue if you do it? And how long Stuart Law was here as a coach?
With all that said, when you saw Ricky Skerritt nominated as a challenger for Dave Cameron, and knowing how Dave survived well in the elections before, were you confident that this time the leadership would change? Were you confident?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh?
Yeah.
On what basis?
So I have a lot of links in the board.
That's why you're here. Yeah? That's what we're questioning you, man, because you know you have links.
I have a lot of information.
Fix your glasses. Yes.
And
I don't know if that is just one of three in the world, you know, so
it's
we have to make sure.
It's not the Versace.
There you go. Yeah, we're saying, you're confident. Why?
Because a lot of people never happy with what was going on consistently. And then, honestly, a lot of people wasn't happy with him giving Pybus the job.
Oh. Is that, we looked at it as analysts, Marlon, and said, it must take something great, Chris, for Enoch Lewis to break ranks the way he did, the man leading the Leeward Islands Cricket Board, and come out and write that letter and show open dissent. That was not something usual. And we felt that was serious. You're saying that perhaps was the straw that broke the camel's back, Marlon, and made some people say, no, we have to get a change? Is that what you're saying?
Plenty of people say it, and me alone. A lot of people are afraid to say it, but I speak my mind, you know what I mean? I'm just that kind of person. I think that was the last straw for a lot of people.
Yes.
So I guess David got to go.
Yeah.
So in terms of how things are with the team, because a lot of persons came out and were against Richard Pybus, he is now the coach. What do you think the team is like? Obviously, we spoke about Zimbabwe. You've qualified. We're now heading to the World Cup. What is the team like at the moment? Where are things heading? Where are you in terms of the World Cup? I mean, Pybus is the coach.
I'll tell you what. Pybus is not the favorite or the most loved person. And that is no secret to nobody. But guess what? We're a professional. So I don't have to like you for you to coach me. I have to like you for me to bat in the middle. We're here for one common goal. So it's to get into the World Cup and get even after the World Cup, because cricket going to play after. So once you're a professional, you're going to always meet into this position, because the next coach comes going to be the same thing.
Yes.
You might not be a fan of the next coach. But right now, where Pybus is there, you have to deal with Pybus. We're a professional. We're here to please and play cricket, but not just for ourselves and family, but for the entire West Indies. So that comes first. So you have to put your pride and your ego aside a little bit and focus on the job at hand.
Do you? Well, I'm wanting to ask you if you fear, but I know I can only say he fears nothing. But let me ask a question just the same. Do you fear that, being as outspoken as you are and not painting a negative light, based on your experience, you're saying the Dave Cameron leadership was bad and you're pointing out the bad things and you're linking Richard Pybus to that situation?
I'm not have to link him, it's there in front of everybody's face.
But Marlon, here's a question now. That because of what you've said, maybe something may be held against you when teams are being selected for an important assignment such as the World Cup, which you want to when you're preparing yourself to be a part of.
Well, tell you what. In cricket, I pick myself. I don't believe in anybody picking me. Understand? So, if who is in the whatever position wants to have something against me, speaking my mind and being me, and speaking the truth,
yes,
they can go ahead and have a problem. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have a good sleep. Hope them have a good sleep.
So you're saying your performance will dictate whether or not you're in or out.
But that's what it is. That's how it goes as a sportsman. As I just tell them, a professional.
Yes.
You don't. Me and you sitting here right now, we're having a conversation. The people out there watching us maybe think that we're friends, but me ain't a friend.
That is true. We are not friends. Yes.
But we come on the platform,
yes,
and we respect to the audience and SportsMax. We're having a conversation.
Absolutely.
It's like if when we come now, your Wayne was here before. I want to put Wayne out there. Me and Wayne is no friend, but if you put Wayne in the middle right here, me and Wayne will be having a conversation because we're talking about a very important issue that have to do with not only me.
Yes.
But
West Indies cricket.
West Indies cricket. You understand? But you know, we have a Dave cameraman, so
You have to put
me and him probably need 3-4 hours.
Yes.
So you probably have to put Wayne over there, so and you come sit down right.
But that's too KC, man. I thought you'd get along with.
Yeah, Purple Heart.
But they have a KC man too.
That is true.
Exactly.
Yeah, but and every man got KC have the real purple inside of them, you know.
Oh. So how do you know who has a
Some
real
just
purple?
end oh
Yes.
because
Man, leave that alone outside the house now.
but no like how the camera there on my bad side now. Put the camera up on my pretty side now.
Man, moving right along.
Yeah.
So man, all right. So you said the knee is mending.
Yeah, training hard now. Running up and down my hill.
Yes.
So feeling really good. So in the next week,
Yes.
continue some gym work and putting in some work. And I mean, the that's the West Indies doctor at the moment.
Yes.
He's coming over, so
Okay.
I'm gonna see him in probably a week or so.
What percentage would you put yourself at in terms of levels?
Well, if I can go up that hill, which is a very steep hill,
Yeah.
and I'm doing it like a couple mornings well and still feeling good.
Me feeling
I
strong.
mean, so after that, we do a pool session. So definitely feeling good. So,
Yeah. Tell me about the music now, Marlon, because I've been seeing tracks from you all over and some
So
videos
iconic.
that are
And hearing.
some videos that are, you know, PG. Yeah.
You're one of them not PG.
Tell me about the music career. Where it's at now. What projects are you busying yourself with now?
We start back training. A lot of work on the table in
Yeah.
terms of shows and stuff like that, but put off most of them. So the only thing that I'm taking right now is if you can pay me 15,000 US,
Yes.
I can come to your club
Yes.
and you set my table, my champagne and my Hennessy.
Yes.
The champagne and my Hennessy.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring my friends them.
Yes.
I'm gonna come and take picture with the people in the club and
Oh.
bless them up and things like that. So I've done one in Montego Bay, Margaritaville.
Yes.
So I should be doing the next two Margaritaville. And I have one now in Portland, but most of them is overseas and I'm
Yes.
not ready to travel yet. Whereas like I'm back training and stuff like that. So but music sweet, man. I never know so it's sweet. I know so it's sweet so long time. I start DJ a long time.
I saw a lot of publicity around that first Margaritaville event. You're saying it's a series of 3 or 4?
Yeah, so I'll be doing the next Margaritaville, one in the Ochi
Yes.
and in Negril.
Yes.
Yeah, so what they do, they just give me the gate and me come and pull the big crowd because it was like sold out. So
Yes.
So how many songs on the streams now? Because we're hearing one at the start.
34 songs in
34
songs in 3 months, but we put out about 14 songs on
14.
already.
How many videos do you have rotating?
About 3-4 videos.
Yeah.
Another 5 more to come
14.
up, but
Yeah.
them some must take it easy.
Take it easy.
Too much.
Yeah,
You know how, Chris, how you can know when an artist has currency in the streets? When the street poets mention them in their work.
Yeah.
So I knew, well, of course I was watching the Icon videos, and not because he's here I'm saying it, because if they were crap I'd tell him they were crap, yeah? How I knew Icon was beyond looking at the thing on Insta Boy and saying, yeah, this is a slick video and good lyrics and good song. Twin of Twins shouted him out on, I think it's the Stir It Up, the latest Stir It Up that they dropped a piece of it. They know about Icon.
And they use him.
Where Icon say more about him really more. Something about that. Right, Twin of Twins is endorsing Icon. Then Icon is really in the streets.
Yeah.
So you're saying that based on where you are now with the music, when you retire, whenever that is, you have something to come fully into. Is music where you are going fully, or a lot of things are on the table?
Say, some of the biggest artists right now, if you come talk to them for a dub plate, you have to make sure you have your $1,000.
Yes.
Right now I'm demanding a $1,000 dub plate.
Right now.
I'm getting it. Listen, I just finished doing, there's a sound clash, boom sound clash. So every Thursday, about 3 sound now.
Yes.
I'm doing dub play for 3 different sound in the same clash.
What?
What do you like most about the music? Is it performing? Is it the DJ and the singing?
Recording,
Because
what?
you seem to be
Studio?
quite versatile. Performing what?
I'm gonna tell you what I like
Yeah.
about it. I reach people in places that I've never been before. And not only that, I put out the song with my mother, for my mother and father, and a very beautiful lady that died. I did that song for 3 of them. How can I forget, you know, the things that my mother did for me right through. And when I post that and see people crying, you know, that to me, that basically touch the heart. Cause you know, we're just straight family me deal with. Carry youth them to school. It's all about family for me. Family come first. And then I come back again now and find the next song. Blessings Are Flow. And it's the same thing again. You know what I mean? And the reaction, and people all over take it and post it and repost it from everywhere in the States and England, Canada, and send it back to me. So I think music reach
transcends
wider than a sportsman can ever
That is
reach.
true. Let me ask you this finally. I know you had, you had a time when there was a leading dancehall selector who took some shots at you and you fired some shots, yeah? We're not going to call any names. You're going to say that he has to pay for you to call his name. I won't even put you there, right? Good.
Spoonhead.
Some, you said it. Some artists, Marlon, some artists are very good on tracks in the studio, Chris, you know, disc records and so forth. Could you, Marlon the Icon, take a microphone, go on stage, a rival steps to you on stage, could you defend yourself?
Dead already, man. I finished that statement, man.
I'm
Dead already, man. I
statement.
finished the statement.
You have lyrics like that,
So you're for the
Bury
clash.
him already,
You're ready for the
man.
clash.
You have lyrics like that, Marlon?
Bury him already, man.
Yeah?
Thing not normal.
Yeah?
So iconic.
Marlon, time is up. We're happy that you spoke with us and we wish you all the best in your recovery and we look forward to seeing you in the colours of the West Indies again and in the T20 leagues that sign you up, and we wish that the good form that the Windies have been showing in recent months translates to the World Cup and that we can cheer for
And
the
translate
team.
to him as well.
Yes, man.
Yeah, and
Well,
JS Waller start make runs now, so him look like a much better leader.
There you go. There you go. Thank you very much, sir.
All the best, boss.
Good. Marlon the Icon Samuels.